How you doing, everybody? This before, but here we are. This is just a little test. I won't stay on very long. I'm not gonna bug you. You're all working on Saturday, and I know it. Dad are hunting, getting ready for winter. All that. Oh, we got a thumbs up. Hi, Marcy. How you doing, buddy? Trying to figure out how to do this. Hi, Tim. Turbot. We're getting your files Monday or Tuesday. They were closed all week. I just wanted you to know that. I'll ship them out. Wayne Hatharp. Scott Bennett from Ontario. Hey, how you doing there, Jonathan? John Such. Hi, buddy. This is just a test pattern. We won't stay on long. Yeah, there you go, Marcy. Build it and they will come. Gerhardt. My son's trying to figure out how to get this all on the tablet so I can see it because the comments are small there. Hey, guys. Hey, Gerbot. You're in England, ain't you? Dan Fowler. He said howdy. Howdy, Dan. Mr. Shaw. Boy, they go right along pretty quick. Dan Cooper. Well, you got quite a few there already. You got 33 of you. You got 7 thumbs up. That's pretty good average for you guys. Robert Black from Texas. How you doing, Robert? Bill Eddings. Hey. He says, hey, Harvey. I say, hey, Bill. I'm going to miss some of you. Don't get all upset. I've never done this before. I don't know what I'm doing. Matt Maley. Kenny Steele Sr. from Indiana. We're going out to Indiana in September. You're going to be there, Buggestock, right? Yeah, that's right. There was a lot of you that sent me emails like, boy, I'd like to meet Iron Horse. I'm just another man. I'm just like you guys. I ain't no different. You meet me, and I'm the same. So that's kind of cool. This is kind of weird, man. Steve Billack. He's from Ohio. Timmy Hart. Hi there. He's from Michigan. Yeah, this is kind of neat. Okay, let's jump right off into what I got to say.
I don't think you can see that any better than that.
Okay, this is better. Okay, he got me set up.
Over here so you can look at them while you're reading.
And, oh, he knew better. He said, Dad, you need that beside the darn thing. Mikey Yo-Yo. Hi, buddy. I ain't heard from you in a bit. When we got cloudy weather, Mike, I have a heck of a time downloading videos because we're on satellite internet. I don't even know why this is working. Is this clear? Is everything looking all right?
You're laggy or?
Wow. There, now I can see a whole lot of them. That's pretty cool. Mike Evans. Matthew Clark. Mike Bowles. Gerbot. It's coming in. He says it's coming in good. Oh, this is good. This is good stuff. Okay. We got our parts from Wolf Creek. Any of you that has went ahead and been waiting and your saws are apart, I'm getting you guys done first. I'm really happy about this. It's been a wonderful thing. Wolf Creek really, they got my back and I know it. Ryan, thank you from Wolf Creek. Ryan is an absolute fantastic guy. He knows what I want. He gets it set up for me and I get it. We have went almost 2 months with no parts. Dan Caminetti, your saw's on the list. Train, yours is a part 2. These are all saws I've had for a while. I'll tell you, this is I like this. This is kind of cool. I get to talk to you guys.
1-on-1. 1-on-100.
Little short saw questions. I think I can answer them. Email me if you need to. I like helping people out. There's a lot of you guys that started porting and on your own, and I've been in contact with some of you, and you're getting some successes. I'm really, really happy about that. I really am. Yeah. Timmy Hart, he's talking about ourselves and one thing and another. Chris done a nice job. I'm going to give you a little view. You haven't seen all of it yet, so I'm going to flip you around. You're going to get dizzy. Just hang on the chair a minute. But, yeah, you see that? Got that old 153 Mac up there. Old Dave. Yeah, Ben, that part, everybody. Okay, we got a P50 right there. It's been painted, but that don't stop at none. Got our old cross hung up there.
Yeah, we're back up.
Well, I guess I should have moved the camera. Sorry about that. We're learning. Thanks, Mike. Eric, glad to see you on here. See anything look familiar to you? Yeah, it's old stove, huh? I'll tell you, this puppy here, you throw about 3 pieces of coal in it, it's good. Hey, thanks, man. Matthew Clark, go through some of my older videos. My email's on that if you want to email me. Hey, thanks, Bill. Mark. Hey, buddy. Tony Robbins. How you doing? Yeah, it'll drive you right out. Mr. Shaw says that stove looks, yeah, like it heats. It really does. It, I'm pretty, hi, Leo. We'll talk soon, buddy. You know about what. Robert, thanks. We're going to try this whenever we got clear days on a Saturday. It'll be in the afternoon. And I've never done this before, so I'm kind of out of my elements. You guys just coach me along what you want me to say, and I'll say it. Nah, that ain't the way it works. I'll figure it out. Tell me anyway. We got something we want to talk about. If you got any information you want, this is a good time to get it out. You know, hey, if you have a topic. We have that 2100 Husqvarna. I'm getting close on that. I think you guys seen that about 3 weeks ago or something. Hey guys, Matthew Clark. He says just say what you want. Okay, I'll say what I want. I'd like to tell you something. I was going to get some pictures. I'll show you pictures anyway. I want to talk to you about my grandfather right in a minute, okay? Might as well do a. This is just what it's like to grow up in the 60s with somebody that grew up in the teens and 20s. Okay, my grandfather Wright worked on the New York Central Railroad. And he was a fireman. And he ended up, I think it was in the 40s, or down in Pennsylvania somewhere, in one of them darned grades. What happened was that they had a head-on collision with another train. That used to happen. Well, the rake from the other train come through the side window, you know, and it hit him in the head. Well, I think it was 37 or 38 when I get thinking about it. And what happened to him was it crushed his skull. Of course, the boiler blew up and the other train killed him. And it killed the engineer and his. But Grandpa fell. The tender and the locomotive was jackknifed just like this. And hot steam dripped all over his back. I mean, from his own engine. Well, he ended up with a silver plate in his head. And that in later life caused him a lot of grief. And of course, in the 50s and 60s, when he started having trouble with that, that would have been simple in today's world, but that was tough. He used to tell me all kinds of stories about what it was like logging with crosscut saws and doing that kind of thing. And he told me about going down to New York City, and he says, back then, when he went down to New York City, he says, there had a lot of these little shanty towns, the shacks here and there. And he says, there's a lot of thugs just like there is now. And he says, a lot of people will carry a cane or a walking stick, you know. And, yeah, geez, just amazing. And he talked about how long he's down there, how long his trips took, and one thing and the other. I won't talk about him much because I'll go ahead and get the whole story out. It would take me 2 hours to go further. Yeah, ask it, Tim. I'll answer it in a minute. And so, anyways, coming up them grades in Pennsylvania, they used to play a game with them locomotives, and this is in the 20s, 30s. And what they do is they had what they called a pusher engine that would sit at the bottom of these grades, and they'd come off their siding and they'd push the train up through and help it up over the grade. Well, Grandpa was a pretty good fireman apparently, and he'd leave the stove door open for the boiler, and he'd shovel coal like crazy, and they'd get a heck of a head of steam, and they'd try to go up through that grade so they could outrun that pusher engine. I guess a lot of times they did it. Pretty interesting. When I was about 4 years old, he had me learning how to saw with a handsaw accurately and do things like that. I was blessed on both sides of my family of having these people actually wanting you to learn. They wanted you to learn. They expected you to. And I wish it was that way today in most families, but it's not. Different way of life, It was just something else, but yeah, he was quite a man. My grandpa was a good influence. It really was. There was a many old people in my little town where we live in growing up, and boy, they were just a wealth of knowledge. They really were. Mr. Shaw, that old two-man saw, I think it needs a trip. It's under the bench over here. It needs a trip to the car wash. We're gonna get it soaking. Red, white, and blue 66s. Okay. We just got parts. The crank and stuff for the first one. We're waiting on a piston. We just got the parts. And we've been testing all day because it's pretty much the same build. We got lots of cylinders and stuff. Yeah, we got them in these boxes. Give me that little box. That's what the cranks look like. You can put them two back if you want.
And Eric, no, I'm not gonna moon the camera, okay? No matter how much you want to see my butt.
There's the first crank. That's the first one. We have an ignition in here too. This ignition is what I want to put them saws. As you know, them are going to be Farmer Tech saws, the cases. We have the first ignition to test. It's DZE ignition, right there. I had this weird thing I wanted to go beside the comments. That's funny. Somebody told you hi, I missed it. Oh, goodness sakes. I'm glad you guys are talking amongst each other. I'm kind of overwhelmed here. I don't know how to do all this. But I love you guys, man. Email Jeremy about parts. Cool. Jeremy's a good man, isn't he? I know he goes live in the afternoon on Saturdays, but I thought of it first. Sorry, Jeremy. I'm not going to stay on as long as you. Brett Smith says hello, everybody. Jerry Butt, you're cool, man. We love you, dude, with a heart. Why? It's not Valentine's. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it moves fast. It's a little something to get used to. It really is. We've got a lot of ground to cover this week. Quite honestly, we're backed up on work. You know what happened though? Yeah, I did, Tim. Yeah, I did. And an Indian camp too, an Indian village. I logged an Indian village that a little bit spooky. Yeah, it was real interesting. In fact, that set of grabs you guys seen up here came from that Indian village that's up on this beam. You can't see them right now, but some of you seen them. Yeah, bring them down. You get luck killing yourself. Yeah. When you got axes and saws and grabs and chains all hanging on the same darn place, that's the recipe for disaster, isn't it? I got to think about all that. Yeah, these grabs right here. These right here. I got them off that Indian village. I got 2 sets out of there. They were right against the base of big trees, which is interesting, Yeah, this is kind of neat. We're gonna stay on just a little while. Okay, Leo. We didn't get the first one built in of the 66s in November because we couldn't get parts for a while. And we just today got a bunch of parts. But I've got to catch up on some saws. I'm behind. And I'm really looking forward to that. Kind of dumb to ask you, Marcy, if you're going to Bucket Stock. I know you are. Ben, what are you bringing to Bucket Stock? You'll watch this later, I'm thinking. I know one thing. You got to keep this stuff straight. We've got 2 390 bills to do. We've got, there's my gaskets for the 372s. Christopher, the reason your saw's leaking is it's got bar oil in it. That bar oil if that turns just right, they'll go ahead and mark their parking spot. Put a Hurley sticker on it. That's what Hurleys do. Your oil pump's getting weak. If it's still pumping, leave it alone. If you put an oil pump in, that'll quit. Yeah. Hey, did you guys get enough turkey? Yeah, I got my share. Hold on, you get enough turkey?
No. We still got some in the fridge, though, if I want it.
Oh, we got turkey left. I didn't know that. Your shop's a mess? Well, you know what we're doing in the morning, right? We're cleaning this shop.
We're in a transitional period, okay? Just forgive us here for a little bit.
That's code for lazy today.
Right, yeah, exactly.
That's what that is. Jody Severance. Jody's coming up. We're going to have him here next weekend. If that changes, just let me know, Jody. I got a piston for you. I got to come up with a crank. I think I got one. So we're on, man. I'm building him a saw out of a Hudson Farmer Tech, and he's bringing a saw for us. A saw for we're building bucking a hot rod. You guys know that, a real hot rod, not like we've done, but something that probably won't last long, or it might. It's going to be your decision to tell me whether it does or not. We'll see it on video if it blows up. That'll be fun, won't it? Yeah, you want to see it? Mike Yo-Yo. This is Mike Yo-Yo right here. Yank Doodle. Lane Burgess. Daryl Burgess, old slabber himself. Yeah, he's the one that made these posters for us. He's a good man in it. What do you think of that, Mike? You gonna go to Bucket Stock next year, Mike? I hope you do. Cool. Love it. Okay, I'm starting in getting a groove. As long as I get that. Okay, that's funny. Good job. We're on. I think we're going to have people here and there pop in and say hello. Stump Jumper, he's coming up at some point. You know him from YouTube. He straight gassed the saw. He's a busy guy, but he wants one. How many flags? Well, I don't know. If you tell me what kind of flags, I'll tell you. How long of a bar for a 2100? You know, I don't know. I used to run a 40-inch back when I run one. Blues Freak, hey, thanks, man. Do you play guitar or something, Blues Freak, or you just love music? Bucket Stock is in Indiana. I can't tell you the dates, the times, the places, none of that yet, because I don't know for sure myself. I'll put it up. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I don't have anything pinned yet, because we got to move the map. We had to put it on pins and let it, because it was rolled up. It relax. In another few days, I think we can. Then we're going to start doing that. Tim Basco, Mishawaka Indian. Does that mean you're an Indian? Cool. Blues Freak says he loves the music, couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. You know what? Everybody can sing. They just don't know it. They just got to practice. Yeah. It's like playing an instrument. You just got to, you suck less and less every day. Phil Coon, good afternoon. How you doing there, Phil? Gene the Cook. Johnsburg's been on here. I missed him. Journey North. He's up in Alaska. Boy, these things really go. This was interesting as all get out. I gotta watch it on the screen. Let me see if I can get into this.
I should say something in between too.
This is really kind of fun. I just gotta get used to talking in front of you guys live. That's exactly right, Robert. You get your tonsils right. On them cylinders, it depends on whether I use a forged piston or a cast piston on what I allow. I have a tendency to have the forged. I like them just a little bit looser. I really do. I haven't heard a thing from the Grabers. I wrote them a letter a month ago, and I still haven't heard. And I don't think Yank Doodle has, or he'd have told me, because he knows that's been on my mind. Aaron Downey, send me an email. If you don't have it, go through one of my older videos. It's on the tail end of it. I almost said butt end with an A. Yeah, this is a little hard.
Is that bat end?
Hey, Slammer. How you doing, buddy? Joe Dyer. He's from Rochester. Hey, Joe, you ought to stop it down sometime. We're not that far apart, you know. Go south. Turn left.
Talk about some snowmobile video. Might do some of those.
Oh, that's funny, you guys. I love you guys. What would you think if I told you we was going to get some snowmobile videos at some point this winter? In fact, my nephew's over right now doing grass drags with a sled. Everybody likes him to run their sled because he's long and lean. And that's it. Okay. My email. Go get your pen. No, the other pen, the one that works. You ready? I'll give you guys my email. ironhorsechainsaw@gmail.com. That's how you get a hold of me. How's that sound?
No, don't get no more simple than that, does it?
Yep. Iron Horse Chainsaw.
Not chainsaws, no S, just chainsaw.
Yeah, no S. @gmail.com. Michael Bird says, hold on.
Wait.
Dolmar build. Good. I need to get that in the machine shop, that cylinder. We know what we got to do. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, I use coated pistons. Yeah, I do. No, I can't find anything now. Every day that gets better, and here are the more tools I lose. I'll lose a roll of tape, and I can't find this pair of pliers, and I have a part that I normally just have sitting on my bench, and I put it away. Matt needs a top end for a 394. This is from Dominant. We are going to be using more and more of these. Okay? Difference. A whole lot of difference. Plus, they're brutally tough. I mean, they are tough. They sure. Oh, that's funny. Landfill Rat, what you doing, buddy? Yeah, clean that for him. Yeah, do that. Do him a favor, you know. What you need, Matt? Need some 394 parts. What's the smallest CC saw I'll ever build? There are exceptions to every rule. So I can't tell you exactly, but I'll tell you what I like to build, if that helps you. The 70cc on up logging saws. I build logging saws. Oh, yeah. 288's a monster when you build them, buddy. Got a nice one on the 19th, huh? Nice buck, good deal. Chief W says, quit smoking. I ain't smoking. Am I on fire or something?
It's the stove.
I'll quit when I'm ready. I'm getting closer. It's bad enough trying to lose all this weight. Yeah, I'm Scott. I put things away. And then I find it in a drawer somewhere. Tin Man said he's smoking. Brian's got a 266. Need some advice. Brian, email me. IronHorseChainsaw at gmail.com. Eric, that 2511 Echo made some nice gains. But that's for Buckin's boy. I'm not happy with it. That means it don't go nowhere. You got to break a few eggs when you learn a new series of saw. I think I can get better numbers. I really do. I think what's going to happen is you're going to see me scrap one or two more cylinders before I'm happy. Nothing goes nowhere till I'm happy. And that you guys don't pay for that. I do, because that's called research. Stephen King, born in 60. Still smoking, still felling. I like 40-1 mix oil. That's the ratio. I don't know what them steel cylinders are plated with for sure. They're similar to Nickel, but don't use the steel ring on them. Yeah, use a cast ring. Hi, Ron from Bitely, Michigan. Bitely, that's an interesting name, isn't it? I thought we had strange names around here for towns. A lot of our towns have Indian names.
Susquehanna.
What? Dominance out of stock? On everything? They do that sometimes. I don't think they get ordered as fast as they'd like. Every time we show a piston or something in one of their saws, I bet their orders go way up. I'm gonna call Bill tomorrow. Well, Monday. I'm gonna call him tomorrow. I'll get you some straight talk. They're probably just waiting for orders to come in. I know a lot of people in the U.S. haven't had orders come in for a while. That's why you go to HL Supply and stuff. Yeah, I use everything. I use Caber ring. It's the only ring to use. Everything. That's the only ring that I can guarantee is better than a stock ring. Is the Caber. And you can take that right to the bank. Now, that's probably one thing that you can go on the forums and everybody else agrees about too. Because I don't agree with a lot of forum stuff. But if you guys are on the forum, hey, I mad respect for you, Talk amongst yourself there. Named after an anchor, huh? Bill Blockson, Fern Tree Gully. Bill, I like them videos. He put up videos on, you go check Bill Block's channel out. You just started that. He put a video up about taking flywheels off of hot water and the compressed air in a can. Yeah, Ryan, no problem. Yeah, them NWP, they're a good piston. Yep, Johnsburg runs them Cabers too. Ryan, them pistons are good pistons, believe it or not. They're reasonable priced. I use a lot of highway kits. I'll tell you that right now. I love the Nickel because it is Nickel on the highway kits on all saws. So if you're ordering them CC Specialties pistons for different saws like 66 Magnum, big bore, use a highway. Because that ring that comes with them Weisskos is a good darn ring for Nickel. Works good. But don't put them in an OEM steel. Of course, you get standard bore one too. Hey, Benjamin from Alabama. Nick Gurr. Your buddy says you can't get a shout out. Nick, there's a shout out for you. Greasing the drive pulley. What are we going to grease the drive pulley on, buddy? Talk to me about this. Well, thanks. My thoughts on unlimited coils? Gerbot asked a good question. Okay, here's my thoughts. I don't push RPMs on a lot of saws any further than the factory settings. What I do, yeah, I look like Santa Claus. You just wait, mister. I'll have more of a beard here later. Anyway, limited coils. I like to build saws so they're like another 1,000 RPMs or better in the cut. But I don't necessarily have to, unless you're modified quite well. I don't need to raise the RPM. So in the saws, the dominant saws, I don't use an unlimited coil. And quite honestly, when I use the CCC specialties, okay, I got reconnected. We're going to try to solve some of these problems. I think we can.
Be in the house, do it.
Anyways, what I was talking about was the thing, huh? If that key does it one or two more times, I'll shut it off early. Goodness sakes, you guys are glad to see me. You got 169 people here. 69 thumbs up. That's a good ratio.
Good for no notice.
Oh, it's funny. Landfill Rat's on. Good to see you there, Landfill. It really is. Bucket Stock, you can be there. Me and Landfill go off the corner. We're going to visit next time. I didn't get a chance to visit with them. Anyone out here? Matt Clark wants to know if anybody's having issues getting a 361 running. I don't work on them. I mean, I'll repair them if I have to, but I don't do much. Yeah, they do, Ryan. They got good tools. Yeah, I can't say that they're not. They are the best in the world. My angle grinder came from Sweden about 20 years ago, and it's on its last leg. I don't have to use it much anyway, but it is what it is. Yank Doodle, hi, buddy. You got your 272 here, you know that. He's sending me a 288 to build. We'll get into a lot of these saws like this. It's going to be a lot of fun. It really is. Yeah, I'm interested in what you guys are doing. You know what's funny? I want to just shut up, read the comments. Why you guys talking amongst each other, and I would just. I read all the comments. That's my entertainment. Even though Iron Horse rocks. Hey, we got T-shirts that say that now. They're not for sale. We would like to do that down the road, though. I don't clean chainsaw filters. I replace them. They got a valve in them, a little check valve. They only last so long, and as cheap as they are, keep them on hand once, twice a year. Depends on how much you run your saw. Just put a new filter in it. Thanks, Mix Mowers. I'm the man. Well, today I am. Yeah, this is interesting. You know, it's kind of neat because there's like a little lag time between the comments on the phone and on the tablet. So if I missed one, I just go over here and look at the bottom of the tablet or up the middle of it, and then I get to reread it. What's NDL, guys? Lewis Topic. NDL. No damn life? No, that ain't it. Email me, Ryan. IronHorseChainsaw@gmail.com. Woolies World. Hi from Ireland. I didn't know that. Marcy said he'd come down and freaking clean this house for me. Jeez, you know what would happen, Marcy? You'd find all kinds of goodies I was prepared to throw away, and you'd take them home with you, and I know it. Intimidator wants a t-shirt. It might be short for noodle. A 44 10mm, I love them. Great saws. Really awesome. No 272 dominant, only 372. I understand from some of you guys that they're out of them. I got to find out Monday because I need two right now. Yanks working on a 251 steel. What are you going to use that for? Shaving your toenails? You need a big saw. You're a logger. No, they don't make it for the 346 either, guys. I know. I don't know what a moderator is. Yeah, I do. We just did this on just a whim. This is something that I'm going to think about. For right now, we're small enough. I'm not going to worry too much about it for today. But what do you think? Two or three moderators? Is that enough? You know, we're not big here. You know. Marcy wants to be a moderator. You got it, buddy. Let me figure out how to do it. You know how to do it? '66 small chassis. Good job. I love them old saws. That's what old Dave is. Small. He's talking about small crank, I'm thinking. Tim Basco wants to be one. Email me, Tim. IronHorseChainsaw@gmail.com. Tap on. Okay, I'm trying to read that. Someone you trust, tap the three buttons on the name and add as moderator. Okay. All right. Now I can do that in the comments after the live feed, I'm sure is what you're talking about. Marcy says hold down on his name. It don't work right now live. I'll take care of that. I'll get this figured out. I'm not nuts. I'm a nuts bolts guy. Cullen, he can do this stuff. He figure what he doesn't already know. He can figure out fast. Royal Farms wants to know what a moderator does. We keep the empty traffic off. The comments that isn't appropriate. You know. Good job. Tony Robbins, thanks. Hi, Roger. Yeah, that's kind of wild. Okay, we're gonna. Mike Yo-Yo wants to know if Luce has got OCD. Who doesn't? I'll tell you who doesn't have OCD. The people that's not married. Because you learn to be. Because you like living indoors and she's a good cook. She takes care of you. Yeah, Blues Freak, I burn a lot of coal. We burn a lot of wood on them days. You get a fire going, let it go out, you know, that kind of thing. It gets right down cold. That's coal. It saves a lot of chainsaw gas. Patrick Alfred says, my son says hi, and he says, I'm not big, just wait. Well, I'm trying to lose weight. I know what you're talking about. You ain't talking about that. I'll be damned. Thanks, Ryan. Gene the Cook, I want you to email me. IronHorseChainsaw@gmail.com. We'll get a few people as moderators so I know. You guys got my back. Heck, I'd make all of you one. I don't know. Steve King said it's, I'm assuming he meant it's raining here in France. What's the temp right now, Bill? About 80.
In here.
Yeah, that's what he's asking. Is what temperature is right here? It's about 80 degrees. That's not Celsius either, okay? That's Fahrenheit. Put a tube in it, about 3/4 inch tube. About 2 inches long. It's coming outside of a chain brake. That fixes that muffler. Lewis Topic says I'm a legend. Maybe he's talking to somebody else. I'm no legend. I'm just a man. Oh, I think it can be done on live stream. You know what the problem is? If it took a wrench, I'd have it fixed already. Good to see you back in there, Gina Cook. I kind of like this. I can get into this. Yeah, no problem, Jody. I I didn't know when he was going to get parts, so I was. But we got a big bore pop up with a pop up. Don't piston for you. It'll be a runner, Jody. Ceramic bearings. Use them when you're going to go heavy horsepower, real high RPMs. If you try them, you might as well buy 2 sets. I will guarantee you the first time out, you'll wreck 1 set. They can't take any side load. You got to press them in, the center supported and the outside equally when you put them in. How's the horses? Neil, they're doing good. Prince needs to be hatched. I don't have another mate for him yet. Yeah, we got some snow coming. In this immediate area, I think it's going to be rain and ice. And that means just a day off for me. Okay. Huskies versus Steel. Which one do I prefer? The one that runs the longest. I don't have a preference. I really don't. Most people say I like Steel or I like Husky, this, that. I drive Fords and Chevys. Okay? This is, I'm in a Dodge. I'm looking for bang for the buck every time. If I can get a lot of bang for the buck, I do it. Hi, Savtech. Where you from there? Tell me where you're from there. I can only see half the word. I see Oban. Oban, where's Oban?
My Yemen, below Saudi Arabia. Oman, O-M-A-N.
Michael White, old timer, buddy. I see the comments all the time. Glad you're here. Wonderful.
Right.
Oh.
Oman, below Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman.
Oh, no kidding. We found it. Hey, I didn't even think about it. We got a great big map here.
That kind of helps.
Oh, it's Oban, Scotland.
Oh, O-B-A-N.
Okay. I'm going to tell you what I've told other people as far back 30 years ago about the difference between Husky and Steel. If you are a precision feller and you're not rough on a saw, you run a Steel, you'll like it. But if you're rough on one and you know it's going to take a beating, run a Husky, they'll take it. Their spring mounts are way better. You can pull a gas tank right off an old 44 or 66 Magnum. I'll tell you, I've seen it done. You just wreck them where you can't cut with them. And they don't take much of a hit either. Them old Huskies, boy, them 2100s, they were all aluminum. The 288, 298s too, I believe, the older ones. And I've seen Skidder run right over 2100 on a muddy landing. You know how landings get. And that stupid thing, it pulled it up out of the mud, and it didn't do nothing to it. It bent the bar, but that saw, the rug got run over. Not a little Skidder either. It was a 240 Timberjack. What saw could you fit a 125 cylinder onto? Well, I'm going to show you one. I didn't realize you guys had an interest in some of my little creative hobbies I do at night and on my own time. I found out with a 7900. I can tell you exactly what cylinder fits that. CR 125 cylinder fits that. So you use the whole darn motor, cut the transmission out, figure out your clutch. Might as well buy a slasher bar for it. It'll take it. Yeah, they will. That's pretty neat. Well, I think we're going to shut off right now. I can see that we need some moderators. And because that's just a little bit ridiculous. I never seen such rude people in my life. Yeah. Unbelievable. Okay, next weekend. I assume it's going to be Saturday afternoon. We're going to do this again. I'm going to have more topic. This is my first time. I apologize for not being as entertaining as normal. Uh, it's different trying to read and talk about something at the same time. Johnny, thanks, man. Mike Yo-Yo, how you doing, buddy? Intimidator, Matt Clark, Gerbot. Love you guys. Everything's good, then. Good video. Other than we kicked off a couple times. I know what does that. I'm too far away from that router. Yeah. Bill Block, you're a good man. You got something good coming. Johnsburg. Johnsburg, he tickles me. He's congratulating me. I got my first troll. Now I got a few of them. You know what's funny about them trolls? I want you to think what would happen if they lived right next door. That's all I'm going to say. I'm watching you. That's right. We ignore them because we don't care. They're being meaner to themselves than they are anybody else. They're miserable. Yeah, that's right, Michael. Trolls have no life. Okay, I said I was going to stop. I got to stop. You guys take care. I don't know how to shut this darn thing down, but we'll learn it.